Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. You know how we love to dig into these complex topics, and today we're diving into the future of networks. And who better to guide us through this intricate landscape than, well, NTT, of course.
That's right. We'll be exploring the groundbreaking work being done by NTT, a company that's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
I've been poring over a ton of reports and articles, and let me tell you, it's mind-blowing stuff. We'll be uncovering everything from their innovative management strategies to the mind-boggling potential of IOWN, which is their vision for a completely reimagined network.
It really is a vision that has the potential to transform the way we live and work. And what's
Mhm.
really impressive is that NTT is not just building the infrastructure for these future networks.
Right.
They're actively involved in researching and developing the technologies that will shape how we use them, and they're even tackling some of the world's biggest challenges.
Like, they're not content with just being an information and communications provider anymore.
Right.
They're stepping up to become what they call a social innovation partner. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's start with the foundation of their tech strategy. One article outlined a really interesting five-phase approach that NTT Data uses to navigate this ever-changing world of technology.
Yeah, they categorize technologies into these phases: emerging, growth, and mainstream.
Okay.
This allows them to manage their technology portfolio strategically, prioritize resources, and really focus on moving promising technologies from that growth phase to mainstream adoption quickly.
So it's like they're playing chess with emerging tech, always thinking a few moves ahead. It's kind of like a venture capitalist approach, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Carefully investing in a diverse range of technologies that have the potential to disrupt the industry.
Yeah.
But what really gets me excited is seeing how they apply these technologies to real-world problems.
Oh, absolutely. One area that really stands out is their work with hybrid cloud-managed services.
Uh,
It's a direct response to the growing need for flexibility and security in cloud solutions. So basically, they're creating a seamless experience for businesses, allowing them to manage their data and applications across public, private, and even on-premises environments.
It's like they're providing a universal translator for the cloud. So businesses can speak the same language no matter their infrastructure. And speaking of game changers, what about their exploration of generative AI in software development? I mean, this could revolutionize how we build and manage applications.
It really could. Imagine software that can practically write itself, adapting and evolving to user needs and market demands. It's pretty remarkable. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
That's why NTT Data is also emphasizing the importance of AI governance. Ensuring these powerful technologies are used ethically and responsibly.
Makes sense.
They're building data platforms with built-in safeguards to prevent bias and promote transparency and AI-driven decision-making.
So it's like they're laying the ethical groundwork for a future where AI is not just powerful, but also trustworthy. And on that note of trust, we can't forget about cybersecurity. It's a constant battle, and NTT Data is really stepping up their game with a new managed detection and response service.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating is how they're leveraging their global workforce as a key asset.
Interesting.
Their globally distributed teams bring such diverse perspectives and expertise to the table,
I see.
allowing them to identify and respond to threats more effectively.
Right.
They're essentially turning their global reach into a cybersecurity advantage.
It's brilliant, really, turning what could be seen as a logistical challenge into a strategic strength.
Hmm.
Okay, so we've touched on cloud computing, AI, and cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Now get ready, because things are about to get really exciting. Let's talk about IOWN NTT's ambitious vision for the future of networks.
IOWN stands for Innovative Optical and Wireless Network, and it's basically a complete reimagining of how we connect. We're talking ultra-high bandwidth, incredibly low latency, and levels of security we can only dream of today. They've already conducted successful field trials of their Alphotonics network, or APN, and achieved sub-millisecond latency between data centers 100 kilometers apart.
Sub-millisecond latency. That's practically instantaneous. I can barely blink that fast. What are the real-world implications of that kind of speed?
The possibilities are mind-boggling. Think about real-time AI analytics, where massive amounts of data can be processed and analyzed instantly. Or remote surgery, where a surgeon in one part of the world can operate on a patient thousands of miles away with zero lag.
Oh, wow.
And of course, we can't forget about the financial markets, where milliseconds can make a huge difference. IOWN could completely revolutionize high-frequency trading.
It's incredible to think about how this could change the world. But amidst all this excitement, we can't ignore the looming threat of quantum computing.
That's right. While quantum computing holds immense potential for scientific advancement, it also poses a serious threat to current encryption methods.
Right.
The sheer processing power of quantum computers could crack the codes that protect our most sensitive data.
So this incredible technology could also unravel the fabric of our digital security. That's a little unsettling. But thankfully, NTT is on the case, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're deeply involved in cryptographic research, exploring what they call post-quantum cryptography.
Okay.
Essentially preparing for a future where quantum computers are a reality and developing new encryption methods that can withstand their immense power.
So it's like a race against time, developing the shields we'll need to defend against these powerful new weapons.
You could say that.
One of the concepts they're exploring is fully homomorphic encryption. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. Imagine you have a locked box containing sensitive data. Fully homomorphic encryption would allow someone to perform calculations on that data without ever unlocking the box.
Interesting.
So the data stays encrypted the whole time, making it incredibly secure.
Okay, that's pretty mind-blowing. It's like performing surgery on a patient while they're still in a full-body cast. But let's push the boundaries even further. What about this idea of an all-optical quantum internet? Is that even possible?
It is, and NTT is leading the charge. They're challenging conventional thinking about quantum repeaters, which are essential for long-distance quantum communication.
Right.
They've proposed a groundbreaking all-optical quantum repeater method that eliminates the need for quantum memory, a major obstacle in current quantum network designs.
So we're talking about a quantum internet built entirely on light. That's like next-level stuff. What could we even use a quantum internet for?
The potential applications are vast, ultra-secure communication thanks to quantum mechanics. Imagine teleporting quantum information, which could revolutionize fields like medicine and material science. Or synchronized atomic clocks for unprecedented accuracy in timekeeping and navigation.
This is all sounding very Star Trek, and I'm totally here for it. But before we get too lost in the futuristic possibilities, let's bring it back down to Earth for a moment. We've talked a lot about the incredible technological advancements, but what about NTT's role in addressing real-world problems, this whole social innovation partner concept?
Yeah.
What's that about?
That's where NTT's vision really shines. They're leveraging their technological expertise to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing humanity.
Like what?
Food security, personalized healthcare, environmental sustainability, you name it.
Okay, give me some specifics. I need those aha moments.
For example, they're involved in greenhouse horticulture, using advanced technology to optimize crop production and reduce waste. They're also exploring personalized healthcare solutions powered by AI tailoring treatments and preventative measures to individual needs. And of course, their efforts in developing energy-saving technologies like the IOWN APN could significantly reduce the carbon footprint of our increasingly data-hungry world.
So they're not just building the future of networks, they're building a better future for everyone.
Exactly. And it all underscores their commitment to using technology for good, to solving real-world problems and creating a more sustainable and equitable world.
This has been an incredible journey so far. From the cutting edge of network technology to the front lines of global problem solving, NTT is clearly a company to watch.
They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible, connecting not just devices, but also people and ideas. It's a vision for a future where technology empowers us all to live better, more fulfilling lives.
So before we jump into part 2 of this deep dive, I have a question for you. If a network can connect anything, anywhere, instantly, what does that mean for the future of work collaboration and even our understanding of reality? That's something to ponder as we continue our exploration.
It really is a question that makes you think, doesn't it? Imagine a world where geographical barriers become irrelevant, where you can collaborate with colleagues across the globe as if they were right there in the room with you.
It's like the ultimate evolution of remote work, breaking down those barriers and opening up so many possibilities for collaboration and knowledge sharing. But wouldn't that level of connectivity blur the lines between work and personal life even more?
It's a valid concern, for sure, and it highlights the importance of thoughtful implementation. These technologies have incredible potential, but we need to consider the societal and ethical aspects as well. You know, it's not just about faster networks, it's about building a future that benefits everyone. And that requires careful consideration of the potential consequences.
Absolutely. We need to make sure these advancements benefit society as a whole. Now let's get back to those real-world applications we were talking about. You mentioned greenhouse horticulture. Can you elaborate on how NTT is using their technology to revolutionize agriculture?
Sure. They're using a combination of sensors, data analytics, and AI to create what are essentially smart greenhouses.
Okay.
These greenhouses can monitor and adjust growing conditions in real time, optimizing everything from temperature and humidity to nutrient levels and light exposure.
So it's about creating a more efficient and sustainable approach to food production, using technology to minimize waste and maximize output.
Exactly. And this level of precision agriculture can have a huge impact on food security, especially with the global population continuing to grow.
That makes sense. Now let's switch gears to another area where NTT is making waves: personalized healthcare. Imagine a future where treatments are tailored to your specific genetic makeup and lifestyle.
It's a future with incredible potential, and networks play a crucial role in making that vision a reality.
How so?
Networks are the key to connecting and analyzing vast amounts of data.
I see.
We're talking about everything from patient records and genetic information to lifestyle data and environmental factors. By connecting all these different pieces of information, we can gain insights and make predictions that were simply impossible before.
So it's about connecting the dots to create a more holistic understanding of individual health. And that brings us back to the mind-blowing concept of an all-optical quantum internet. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but it has the potential to revolutionize so many fields.
It really does. Imagine ultra-secure communication, scientific discoveries that were previously impossible, even teleporting quantum information.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But what are some of the challenges researchers face in developing these groundbreaking technologies?
Well, one of the biggest hurdles is the very nature of quantum mechanics itself. It's a realm where our everyday intuition breaks down, and even the act of observing a quantum system can change its state.
Wow.
This makes building and manipulating quantum devices incredibly difficult.
It's like trying to build a house of cards on a windy day, except the cards are constantly changing suits and the wind is made of pure uncertainty. But even with those challenges, NTT is making remarkable progress. You mentioned their work on all-optical quantum repeaters. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure, traditional quantum repeaters rely on quantum memory, which is notoriously difficult to implement. NTT's approach bypasses this obstacle by using all optical techniques, eliminating the need for quantum memory altogether.
So they're finding these ingenious ways to overcome these fundamental limitations. That's impressive. We've touched on the potential societal impact of these technologies, especially in the workplace. Are there any other ethical considerations we should be thinking about?
Well, with any powerful technology, there's always the potential for misuse. Quantum computing, for example, could be used to break current encryption methods, which would put the security of sensitive data at risk.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
It's crucial that we develop ethical frameworks and safeguards in parallel with these technological advancements to ensure they're used responsibly.
It's like giving someone a powerful tool without any instructions or safety precautions.
Exactly.
We need to make sure these technologies are used for good and that their benefits are shared equitably. And that's where NTT's commitment to being a social innovation partner is so important.
Absolutely. They're not just focused on the technology itself, but on its impact on society. They're investing in research that addresses global challenges like climate change and healthcare access, and they're actively engaging with stakeholders to ensure these technologies are deployed ethically and for the benefit of all.
It's refreshing to see a company that's not just chasing profits, but actually striving to make a positive difference in the world. It shows that technological advancement and social responsibility can and should go hand in hand.
I agree. Their actions definitely demonstrate a true commitment to building a better future for everyone.
Right. This has been a truly mind-expanding conversation. We've covered so much ground, from the intricate details of network technology to the broader philosophical implications of a hyper-connected world. It's clear that NTT is a major player in shaping the future, not just of networks, but of society as a whole.
Their vision goes far beyond just connecting devices. They want to create a world where technology empowers us to solve those global challenges, collaborate more effectively, and ultimately lead more meaningful and fulfilling lives.
Before we wrap things up in part 3, let's take a moment to reflect. As these emerging network technologies continue to weave themselves into the fabric of our lives, what role will each of us play in shaping this hyper-connected future? It's a question that really makes you think about how our whole perception of reality might change as our ability to connect and interact with the world expands. Imagine a world where physical distance becomes completely irrelevant, where we can experience events happening on the other side of the globe as if we were actually there.
It's like a truly immersive form of virtual reality, but grounded in real-time data and interactions. It could completely change our sense of place and presence, you know? What does it even mean to be present when physical location no longer limits our ability to participate and engage?
It's mind-boggling, really. As these technologies become more seamlessly integrated into our lives, we'll have to redefine what it means to connect and experience the world around us.
Mm.
But let's bring it back to NTT for a moment. We've talked a lot about the research and development, but how are they actually putting these technologies into practice?
Well, they're taking a multifaceted approach. On one hand, they're partnering with businesses across different industries to pilot and implement these new network technologies. So it's real-world testing, which allows them to refine their solutions and gather valuable feedback, making sure the technology actually delivers on its promise.
So it's not just about building cool tech in a lab. It's about making sure it works and adds value in the real world.
Exactly. And they're also collaborating with governments and regulatory bodies to help shape policy and ensure these technologies are deployed responsibly. This kind of proactive approach is essential to address potential ethical and societal implications before they become widespread.
It's about striking that balance between pushing the boundaries of innovation and being mindful of the broader impact on society. We've talked about their energy-saving technologies, but are there other steps they're taking to minimize their environmental footprint?
Oh, definitely. Sustainability is a core part of their operations. They're committed to reducing waste and emissions, sourcing renewable energy, and even using their technology to support environmental monitoring and conservation efforts.
It's encouraging to see a company that's walking the walk when it comes to sustainability.
Right.
They're demonstrating that technological progress and environmental responsibility can go hand in hand.
Absolutely. Their actions speak for themselves. They're truly committed to building a better future for everyone.
Well, we've covered an incredible amount of ground in this deep dive, from the nuts and bolts of network technology to the philosophical implications of a hyper-connected world. It's clear that NTT is playing a crucial role in shaping the future not just of networks, but of society itself.
Their vision extends far beyond simply connecting devices. They're striving to create a world where technology empowers us to solve those global challenges, collaborate more effectively, and ultimately live more meaningful and fulfilling lives.
As we wrap up this deep dive into the future of networks, let's leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder. As these emerging technologies continue to evolve and intertwine with our lives, what role will each of us play in shaping this hyper-connected future? It's a question that deserves our attention, our imagination, and most importantly, our thoughtful action. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep